Offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a...
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Barry. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Attempt carry for Hyde. Fights off the defender. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Green 39. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. In for the score. And the Jaguars move back within a couple of the lead. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
Set. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
A third quarter, I'm okay with. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down one does for me.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first down throw here for Rivers. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, the offer can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
3rd and short yardage, Rivers. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Aaron Lynch in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players than football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. That's taken on the 25. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try to fire up the running game with Hyde. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They're going to look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. The big fella. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 63 yards. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Josh Lambeau now for the point after. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
On is the Chargers punter now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken around the 12. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It's Jaleel Adai who brings him down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a 1st down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll give to Hyde. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. A strong run by a strong runner in Carlos Hyde.
I like how you just characterize him because that's him in a nutshell. And you saw it there on that run. His ability to continually move forward and the legs always churning, I think that's one of the attributes that's really special about him.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Handoff comes to Hyde. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Set. 319. 319.
That's complete to John Ross. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Melvin Ingram in there yet again. My goodness, make it 5 sacks for him now in this one game alone. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Looking to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They run it again with Hyde. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll set up to throw. That is incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They come up in an offset eye. He's going to get it running right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Ty Montgomery taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now Rivers throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Rivers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Play action now. Rivers going deep here for Allen. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And they'll run it here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
But he was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
On third down, Rivers. And that is incomplete. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Detroit! Detroit! No. Gun!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Back to throw here. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, Rivers again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. To throw on 3rd down. Rivers. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create a space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Hot.
Another tote for the afternoon workhorse. It's high. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. To the ground, this time Montgomery. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And it's complete. Henry. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Set, run 80.
On 1st and 10, Rivers throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. A 2nd down throw for Rivers. Allen has it, left side. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A Charger first down. Rivers hooking up with Allen. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Rivers on 1st down. Completes it to Benjamin. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Rivers to Benjamin, good for the Charger first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down. And his kick here is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that
Come on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
3-19!
They start the drive with Hyde. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. And without speech. They'll set up a throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Leopard.
Here's High. Breaks a tackle. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now back to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Ready. White 90.
Rivers now. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down. Desperation time. Rivers on 4th down. And that is incomplete. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hey, hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green.
On the counter, this is High. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. They'll look to throw here. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And Lambo will put this one through. And that will get the lead up to 14. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
So out come the Chargers. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Rivers now on 2nd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of a big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39, green.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Set, blue 90, blue 90. Hot.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding, offense.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Following the penalty, it's Hyde. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat. These guys, good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge. And someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He had 5 catches in the wild card win, and that's his 5th here, and it's good for a 1st down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll set up to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep
and he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Dante Fowler in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. And unable to connect. It's incomplete. And the clock stopped at 8 seconds. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Rivers. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 20. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gault. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.